Detective David and his partner Julie were sent to New Orleans to investigate reports of zombies, voodoo dolls, and curses plaguing the city. As they arrived in the historic French Quarter, they could feel a sense of unease in the air. The streets were lined with colorful buildings, and the sound of jazz music filled the night. But beneath the lively facade, there was a darkness lurking. The locals whispered of a powerful voodoo priestess who had been casting curses on unsuspecting victims. Their first stop was a small shop tucked away in a narrow alley. The shopkeeper, a wizened old woman with a knowing glint in her eye, greeted them with a smile. She told them tales of the voodoo priestess and the dark magic she wielded. As they delved deeper into the investigation, they encountered strange occurrences. People reported seeing zombies wandering the streets at night, their eyes vacant and their movements jerky. Voodoo dolls were found scattered around the city, each one bearing a resemblance to a victim of the curse. One night, as they patrolled the deserted streets, they heard a haunting chant coming from a nearby cemetery. Following the sound, they stumbled upon a group of hooded figures performing a dark ritual. The air was thick with the smell of incense, and the sound of drums reverberated through the night. As they watched in horror, the ground began to tremble, and the dead rose from their graves. The zombies, with their rotting flesh and empty eyes, turned towards them with a hunger in their gaze. Detective David and Julie knew they had to act fast. Drawing their weapons, they fought off the zombies with all their might. But the voodoo priestess, a sinister figure cloaked in shadows, emerged from the darkness. She cackled with glee as she unleashed her dark magic upon them. With a swift motion, she raised a voodoo doll and began to chant a curse. Detective David felt a sharp pain in his chest as the curse took hold. But Julie, with a fierce determination in her eyes, grabbed the voodoo doll and tore it to shreds. The voodoo priestess screamed in rage as her power waned. The zombies collapsed to the ground, lifeless once more. The curse was broken, and the city of New Orleans was safe once more. As they stood amidst the ruins of the dark ritual, Detective David and Julie knew that they had faced true evil that night. But they also knew that as long as they stood together, they could overcome any darkness that threatened to consume them. And so, they walked into the night, ready to face whatever horrors awaited them in the shadows.